Welcome to the nervous system. This is Jimmy. This is Jimmy's brain. The brain, like the rest of the nervous system, is composed of specialized cells known as neurons. The cell body contains the nucleus and other organelles. The dendrites receive information from other neurons. The axon takes information collected by the dendrites and conducts electrical signals called action potentials. The myelin covers the Schwann cells that protect the axon and speed up signals. The synapse is the membranes of two adjacent neurons and the gap in between them. This is where the nerve impulses jump from one cell to another.
An action potential is simply a change in voltage across a portion of the plasma membrane. First, potassium ion channels open, creating the resting potential. Second, gates of sodium ion channels open, which depolarize the cell. Third, more gates to sodium channels open, causing a further spike in depolarization. This creates a positive charge inside the cell and a negative charge outside of the cells. Then the sodium gates close, a potassium gate opens, and the cell is depolarized. At this point, all gated channels are closed. The cell is back at resting potential and the sodium inactivation gates open. The outside of the cell returns to positive and the inside of the cell is once again negative.
But how does the action potential signal jump from one neuron to another at the synapse? This happens with synaptic transmission, beginning with the arrival of nerve impulse from the axon. Sodium ion channels open, depolarizing the end of the axon called the axon terminal. This causes calcium ion channels to open. Calcium enters the cell and helps a neurotransmitter called acetylcholine to fuse with the membrane at the bottom of the neuron. Receptors on the neuron across the gap pick up the neurotransmitter, and the action potential continues. Acetylcholine is broken down by an enzyme and is recycled.
Now back to Jimmy's brain. Each cerebral hemisphere is divided into 4 lobes. The frontal lobe controls muscles in specific parts of the body. The parietal lobe receives touch and pressure information. The occipital lobe receives and processes visual information. The temporal lobe receives and processes auditory information or hearing. The cerebellum controls muscle coordination. The following areas of the brain control speech,